Hello everyone, this is the Omega Lynch, and I've heard that Transformers under Skybound Comics is possibly getting a cartoon based on its Energon Universe comic run. And if this is true, and if it is happening, well, first of all, it will be a real kick in the pants to IDW. Second, if this does happen, then it's further proof that Transformers is a zombie franchise. Now, I know that sounds harsh, especially how well this Energon Universe has been selling. However, at the end of the day, all the Energon Universe is just G1 with some mods to the original story. In spite of the majority of what the fan base thinks, this is not new stuff. This is just G1 with some slight different packaging, and that's it. And before I go a step further, you're probably thinking, Omega Lynch, you're only giving this new Transformer cartoon a hard time because it isn't Beast Wars. And even though that is partly true, after seeing how the Netflix Transformers treated the Beast Wars cast, I'm kind of glad they ain't focusing on them. Because the people who are writing these stories either don't like Beast Wars or don't bother to research the characters' personalities. To put it simply, the Beast Wars characters were poorly handled in the Netflix Transformers, especially with Beast Wars Megatron. That was very disappointing. And for the record, all I'm asking from Hasbro are up-to-date versions of the Transmetals, which I think is a reasonable request. Although the G1 zealots and Hasbro loyalists will probably say I'm being a selfish snob, even though they're the ones demanding that all Transformers be like G1, which will be interesting to see how they react to this new TF cartoon if it gets made. And when I talk about G1 fans, I don't mean all of you, just the ones who have made this brand their religion. Back to me calling the Transformers a zombie franchise. The reason I'm calling it that is because I got a comment referring to the brand as a zombie, and that feels appropriate because Transformers feels like a one-trick pony. All they got is G1. Sure, they got stuff aimed at the kids. However, that stuff comes off as half-assed. And before anyone says G1 sells better, let me just ask, does it really? Because every time I walk into a Walmart, all I see are the same products, nothing appears to be moving. Now, to be fair, that could be because of old stock. However, just like with comics, a line could start off with great sales, but by the second time, those sales could drop rapidly. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble on. Judging by how well the Transformers Skybound comics sold, I do think this new Transformers cartoon will do very well. However, I don't think it's what the brand needs right now. What it needs is a show that both young and the old can enjoy. That's what Kamen Rider and Super Sentai have been doing for years now, and it's worked out pretty well for them. Anyway, that's more or less what I wanted to say. If you like my content, subscribe and share the video. You can also support me by buying one of my books. I will try to leave a link below, and if I don't, please my other videos have links. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll be back.